Draft nerds, it is about time we talk about the quarterbacks in the 2025 NFL draft here on the channel. It's a scary proposition feeling like you've got to find your quarterback of the future, your franchise quarterback in this class. And there's a number of reasons for that. Um, Looking at the prospects, I mean, there's not a prospect, in my opinion, at quarterback this year that has a solid round one grade. There just isn't. And you just want to compare it to last year's class, which was a very good class. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy. I don't think there's a single quarterback that after you get through this draft process would be ranked ahead of any of those four. Maybe Shador could be ahead of McCarthy for some. Maybe Cam Ward. I don't see it. I think McCarthy, with his physical tools, his athletic upside, his mental makeup, his leadership, I think McCarthy, and these evaluations are not complete with this 2025 quarterback class. They're not. They've still got football left to play. They've still got the pre-draft process. It's tough. It is tough for me to sit here and say, let's pound the table for this prospect. This is the guy that's going to take our franchise and put it on his shoulders. And I think of the 4 prospects that I think have legit starting potential as of right now, I think 3 of them you easily want to sit down for a year. Easily. Right? So we're going to talk about the top 5 here. And I think the player at number 5 is probably playing his way outside of the top 5. And that's the quarterback who started, for most people, at the top of this year's class over summer scouting, right? And that's Carson Beck. Carson Beck, kid out of Jacksonville, Georgia quarterback. His confidence looks shot. Like, he's just not playing good football. He's not making good decisions. He's not reading the field. He's trying to play hero ball at times. It just doesn't look like he wants to be out there, man. It really doesn't. Which is so disappointing because last year, evaluating what he did in 2023, he looked very confident. And he looked like a quarterback who had enough arm elasticity and athleticism and talent to potentially be a starter in the NFL. Right now, it does not look that way. And I know confidence is literally like the most important thing playing football. Like, you have to be confident. You cannot succeed if you're not feeling confident out there. And that's exactly what you're seeing from Carson Beck right now. Somebody who does not have confidence in what they're doing. And so that's a huge problem. There's no way you could talk about him being a first round pick right now. There's just no way. Garrett Nussmeier, a lot of talent, a lot of moxie, does a lot within the pocket, reading the field, but he's inexperienced, and his inexperience shows at times where there are just horrible decisions being made. To me, I would love to see him back in college next year. But if the NFL tells him he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks selected, I mean, how do you go back? I know NIL money is good, right? But that's going to be really interesting. I do think Garrett Nussmeier has a chance, but out of all of these guys, he's one of the guys that needs the most time to develop within a system. Like, you do not want to throw him out there week 1 of the 2025 season. And again, I would love to see him go back. So you get to Jaylen Moro, who, unbelievable talent, right? His physical ability as a runner is special, truly special. And I think he has grown as a quarterback. There's still mistakes that are there on tape. There's still inaccuracy, ball placement issues with Jaylen Moro. But there is unbelievable upside. But again, this is another prospect I think you look at and you say, should he go back to school? Should he continue to develop? if he does get drafted this year, you don't want him out there week one. I mean, you want to develop this kid, right? That's how I see that one. Shador Sanders, I think that's a quarterback where there's more going on from a decision making standpoint, anticipatory throws, quick release, good arm strength, good velocity on his arm. Not great, not elite. There's enough there. I think maybe that's the quarterback you could look at and say, maybe we could get a quality starter out of him in the first couple years in the NFL. And I think that he has the talent and the confidence, the leadership to, and I know some people might question his leadership off the field. I think on the field, he is absolutely a leader. He works hard at it. You can tell. I think that Shador Sanders has the ability to be a quality starter in the NFL, but he doesn't have the high level arm strength. He doesn't have elite athleticism or even good athleticism. I mean, it might be slightly above average. I think there's some nice movement within the pocket, but there's also questions about his ability to manage pressure, which you're going to be pressured at the NFL level. And I know you can look at that Colorado offensive line and say there's issues, but Shador doesn't handle it as well as he could. I think he's improved in that regard, but still a ways to go. And then you've also got Cam Ward, who I think has probably the most upside, maybe the most downside as well. I think he has the most arm talent, just ability to throw off platform, odd arm angles, playmaking ability. There is like a natural playmaker both with his arm and his legs in Cam Ward. There absolutely is. Somebody who can make every throw, evade pressure at an extremely high level, make plays with his legs. But he's just not doing a lot that you're going to be asked to do in an NFL offense right now at Miami. He is kind of playing backyard football a lot. And you're also seeing a lot of bad decisions, which is what plagued him before he got to Miami. I do think he has improved. I love his leadership and aggressiveness on the field. Love the way he plays the game, but there's too many mistakes. And again, you're going to have to hone what he already had. Like natural ability, absolutely. But he needs to grow as a pocket passer. Going through reads, being disciplined, right? These are areas that Cam Ward's going to have to grow tremendously. So I just think you look at this class and you say, am I getting a franchise quarterback? And if so, when? Like I can't throw, maybe outside of Shador Sanders, I don't think I can put any of these guys on the field week one. And that shouldn't be the goal. When you're drafting a quarterback, the goal should be long-term. But it's really, I'd be terrified if I was a general manager and I was kind of mandated, this is the year we have to go get our franchise quarterback. I'd be pretty darn nervous about it. I really would. And I wouldn't want to start any of these guys from the jump. Again, maybe outside of Shador. Would love to know what y'all think about this quarterback class. Obviously, these are not the only 5 quarterbacks that could get drafted. There are some other guys that folks will talk about. Jackson Dart, which he has issues of his own. There's some other guys out there, but again, nobody that I think you can sit there and really pound the table for as a legit top of the first round quarterback. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.